It's Ross. Hope everyone's having a great day. We just hit 15K subscribers. We're on the way to 20K, so I'm just going to keep making content. Yeah, I hope I continue to entertain or educate, whatever. I appreciate y'all, for real. This video, I'm going to be reacting to the Confused playlist, which is a really dope YouTube channel. I love new content creators coming up, and especially people who are just super articulate, can go deeper. I'm always drawn to those channels. Anyway, Camille on the Confused playlist is one of them. So make sure y'all check her out. I'll link the video in my description. In this video, she breaks down, okay, if I was on Drake's PR team, how the hell will I revitalize? How will I rehabilitate this man's career? This man is in the dirt right now with PR, with horrible PR. Just real quick, look at this. He's digging himself more. Just look at this video right here.
For my family, for my friends, for all my collaborators, all the producers, all the other artists that I work with, you know, the ones that didn't turn pussy, I mean the ones that still real, you know, my real ones. But yeah, I appreciate you.
Y'all, that, like, these little things, there's no one giving him direction. There's no one giving him direction on what to say, what to do. Yo, I don't want to hear any Drake stans complain about Kendrick is still keeping it going. Y'all are keeping it going. Why are you guys still talking about Drake? Because of this. Drake is still wanting to keep it going. He's calling people who started supporting Not Like Us. I mean, who knows who he thinks betrayed him. I guarantee on the back end, he's been sleeping with all their wives and girlfriends. That's what I think. So what's your definition of betrayal? Maybe it's get back time. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm going to play this and I'm going to jump in here.
We all know that Drake doesn't seem to have very good people around him and that he needs better people. So let's say somebody came to you and they said, we want to hire you to rehabilitate Drake's image. You're his new PR person, and if you can help him get at least 25% of the fans back that he lost throughout the beef over the next 2 years, if you're successful at that, we'll give you a $10 million bonus. You don't have to like Drake. You just have to convince 25% of his ex-fans to give him another chance by 2027, and you'll get $10 million. What do? Well, I've always worked around a lot of men my whole life, and I have known some low down dirty dogs that would play with women like literal toys. I've also seen those same low down dirty dogs do a complete 180 and become a completely different man. And there's a very small list of things that can bring about that kind of change in a man's life. If this were Family Feud, the top answer would be a woman. Y'all know the type of guy I'm talking about. He's attractive. He's got it going on. He's living that I got hoes in different area codes lifestyle until one day he meets one that actually makes him happy. He meets the one that starts making him see the world a little different. Now, if I were Drake's PR person, I would tell him to go find a very fancy corner and sit in it. I'd make him drop the lawsuit and I'd hide him away for at least a year. And while he's sitting in his fancy little corner, the only thing that I need him to do is find a girlfriend. I'd hide him away till about next spring, and when he starts stepping out again, I'd want the initial narrative to be around who he's dating. Once that caught a little traction, we would announce it as an official relationship. Now, once the relationship isn't new news anymore, I'd have Drake go do an interview to talk about how much things have changed for him over the past year while he's been sitting in a corner. And while he's doing this interview, he's going to be able to credit her being in his life for helping this change. You know, over the past year, I've had a lot of time to reflect, and I was too focused on work, and I was too focused on trying to be the best. I did have the wrong people around me, and I was a little lazy and uninspired. I did underestimate Kendrick, and yes, the lawsuit was stupid. But you know what? I took some time, things have changed in my life and I'm starting to see things differently, and I want to be better moving forward. I just want to focus on the future. Now, after that interview, I would be hoping that the narrative would become, has Drake really changed and can he make a comeback? And once that becomes the narrative, he can start playing around with releasing music again. Now, if this sounds a little crazy to you, I've got news. Hollywood relationships have been around since the beginning of Hollywood. Say there's a major star of a network.
That is facts. That is absolute facts. And this brings me to talk about Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors has done a complete 180 when it comes to his public perception, his PR. When he linked with Megan Good, she was speaking facts right here about a man getting with the right woman can completely change his entire image. And so Jonathan Majors getting with Megan Good. Now, I know a lot of people are like, I mean, it's not real. I don't know what to tell you. Aren't they married now? They're getting married. So regardless, him linking with Megan Good has changed his view from his audience. He was kicked out of Disney. I mean, people on Twitter were making fun of him. We were all making fun of him. And it was because of, like, he was dealing with this crazy ass white girl, you know what I mean? And it's just not a good look in that specific scenario. It's just not a good look. So to me, if I was on the PR team with Jonathan Majors, we're like, yo, do you understand your fan base? Do you know your fan base? Do you understand your fan base? We need you to link with Megan Good. This is what we need you to do. So maybe they linked up and they actually got something going on. I don't know. Not my business. But I do know today was completely quiet for a year, maybe two. I don't know. But there's a trailer that dropped starring him. I can't remember the movie, but it's a movie where he's getting into bodybuilding, and the public response has been overall positive. I mean, people are already talking about, we want him back as Kang the Conqueror in the Marvel series. All of that is from a positive PR. Marvel, they are all worried about making money. Can we make money from this guy? Is this guy going to hurt our image? Once Jonathan Majors went quiet and his image got better with Megan Good, who, you know, she's like a Christian woman, so her image is definitely clean cut, you know what I mean? So this only helps him. This is absolute facts. Now, do I think that's going to happen for Drake? I doubt it. I don't know. I mean, if I was on the PR team for Drake, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to tell this. I'm going to be like, yo, nigga, you need to pack it up. Pack it up. Get into acting. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say. Like, yo, this rapping thing, bro, I mean, I said in my last video, I think he needs to make an introspective, and I think he really needs to lean towards the Meet the Grams, where Kendrick is saying that he's an alcoholic or he's a gambler. He's got all these issues. I would have him lean towards that. Of course, if I'm on his team, I'm not going to have him admit to the PDF stuff, but I definitely think him being honest, truly honest, and just getting, it would just take a track or an album for him to completely be accountable, like really be honest about all the things. It needs to be like an apology tour type shit. That's how I would go about it. That's like, to me, that would get people to be like, man, like he's really going through it. It's either that or Drake converts to the Nation of Islam and starts wearing. That's what I'm thinking. Like he needs to do something crazy where his lifestyle is not gonna the religion he practices does not condone the lifestyle that he's been living. Something crazy like that. He needs to do something like that. I don't know if him being with the woman is gonna help. I'm trying to think of it like realistically, but I like what she says here, where he is taking accountability. Like, you know, maybe, you know, about a year ago, I wasn't at the right place. I was dealing with a lot of family issues, a lot of things with money, you know, and he needs to get out of his deal with Steak for sure. Anyway, I'm gonna press play here.
You know what they would do? They would find the most beautiful up-and-coming starlet in Hollywood, and they would orchestrate this whirlwind romance, and they'd have them get married and have kids. And then guess what? All those pesky rumors about him hanging out with his boys, they all go away because, see, he's married now. Hollywood's been using orchestrated relationships to help fix somebody's image since the invention of famous people. I'm not saying that Drake needs to go that far and get married and start a new family, but he does need to go away for a while and come back a whole new guy, somebody that is way more humble, way more low key. The only thing that I can think of that would make this big change in his life make sense outside of maybe finding God or a health crisis is a new relationship. I'm gonna be real.
Right, that's fact. That's fact. So I was just saying that, like some type of religious flip or a health crisis. I know, like a lot of people, to get public sympathy, there definitely have been people who do the fake suicide. That's like the last thing you ever need to do, you know. So, but I know that people have done it. All right, it works every single time.
Honest with y'all, one of the main reasons that I wanted to make this video is because I want to be on record saying that I believe within the next year Drake is going to be in a publicly committed relationship. Whether it's real or it's a Hollywood orchestrated one, it's going to happen. Now let's just say that Drake took my advice and he went into hibernation for a while, and then he came out and he has a girlfriend and he's moving different. He's not posting dumb shit on social media. He's not wearing silly outfits. He cut ties with Steak, and now he's putting his money towards helping underprivileged kids get music instruments or something like that. He's starting to act like a normal person. You know who would absolutely hate that? His fucking fan club. What do you mean you stopped drinking and
that's right. She talked about top 5 too in this video. Cooked.
gambling and you're committed to one woman? That's blasphemy. Academics would immediately start a smear campaign against the girl to try to break them up. Tell me I'm lying. I could see if the news came out that Drake officially has a girlfriend, I could see academics and Maul literally crying themselves to sleep that night. Like, how can he do this to us? He's got to find a way where it's not those people that are his voice for him. He's got to get some better damn people. Now, I want to end this video with a clip from Curtis King.
Drake is a narcissist that makes the perfect
Shout out to Curtis King. He's dope.
soundtrack for narcissists, especially narcissistic men. So that's why when I heard FD signifiers say, you know, if you like the music, you like the music. But if you really like identify with the character of Drake, it's very telling. What kind of a man are you? Like, what do you really stand on? Where does your moral compass stand on? How do you view women? How do you talk about women? Why do you think so lowly of women? Well, what is your soundtrack? You tell me your soundtrack, I'll tell you your hypnosis.
I say it all the time. I like sitting in the house. I don't be out in the streets like that. So I have a question for my single ladies out there that are looking for a boo. If you go out with a guy and he tells you he's a Drake fan, does he get a second date? Now, I'm not talking about somebody that has Drake songs on his playlist. I think all of us have Drake songs on our playlist, whether we want them there or not. Like, it's okay if he has Drake songs that he really likes. But if he tells you that he is Team Drake, what is your immediate thought about him? I know what I would think and what I would do, but I'm an asshole. So let me know down in the comments. If you were on a date with a guy and he let you know that through the beef that he was Team Drake, do you still keep kicking it with him? Also, I really genuinely want to know what you would advise Drake to do if you had $10 million on the line to rehabilitate his career. Do you have any predictions of what Drake's next big move is? Let's talk about it down in the comments. Like I said, as I was begging before, I'm a small channel, and hitting that like button like really is like leaving me a $20 tip. Like legit. So if you've been rocking with me up to this point,
Facts.
I really appreciate you. I am almost at 500 subscribers. My goal is to get to 1,000 by the summer so I can finally get monetized. So if you like my content, maybe you're not ready to subscribe, like go check out some of my other stuff and see what I'm doing. I'm still figuring my life out, but I'm getting better. I got some Grammy reactions, Super Bowl reactions. There's gonna be something that you like. Anyway,
shout out to her. She's got a dope channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to her for real. I just really like that video because I be thinking like, man, Drake needs somebody on his team that really cares about his future. He's just really running around here acting crazy. He's acting crazy. Honestly, I think there's a lot that he can learn from Jonathan Majors. He needs to jump out of the music game, get into acting. Like Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg, I don't know how his rapping career was, but I don't care for it. But he's definitely a much more respected actor despite his troubled past. And he's still relevant. Drake can focus on doing what he's been doing in rapping, which is not being himself. So he probably get some work. So that's what I would do. I would get him out of rap, have him just do movies and spend the next 30 years ignoring, just getting out of it. So now, will his ego let him? Will he find the right people who's going to be honest about his situation? I don't know. So, but that's a good prediction. In a year, will he be with some girl? I don't know. He got with Jennifer Lopez. I don't know if that was supposed to be something. I mean, he's got with a lot of women. So I don't know. But that's my opinion. It might kind of be bleak. Like, yo, yeah, you need to get into acting. You're cooked. Stop making music. or I don't know. So that's just me. I'm biased. Like, I'm biased. I don't fuck with Drake like that. So anyway, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Make sure you guys check out the Confused playlist channel and subscribe to her. Anyway, I'll catch y'all later. All right. Peace.